Good morning everybody, welcome back to the channel. So the race continues to prepare the 8370 RT for seeding. Where we're at so far, all the hydraulics are connected. Everything should match up as long as nothing leaks, that's all good. Our lights should be all good. I've connected up to the bar and just checked all them out. What I did actually do at the start of this video was actually run a little power wire just down here to our 7-pin plug. So on the 8310 we had a permanent power supply here, and I used that to run on the top of our air seeder, which you won't be able to see from here. There's a light which we use when we're filling up. So I just needed a permanent power supply down here, so I took out a wire that wasn't being used and just took from the positive here, put a fuse in, bang bang, that's done. So hopefully everything should be working now, all the indicators, everything else is working on there, so that's all golden. And right now just checking some lights, making sure they're all working, and we should be golden. That should be 3 of the things ticked off the list. I'll just reset our service interval here, or our timer, so we know when it was done last. We'll zero that. We'll take that text out of there. Call Henry Coleman. We won't be calling Wickham Flour to change oil, no thank you. There we go, that's better. Save, rightio, that's all done. You beauty. So I'll be interested to see how the standard lights on the cab perform on this tractor, because the old owner seemed to say that they were pretty damn good, but I'm used to having a light bar on the front and the back of that one, so hopefully they're decent, we'll see. So what's on the go next? What needs to be done next? I'll show you. That's what needs to be done next. All of that gotta go in there. So this bracket here was how it used to mount in the 8310, but what I might do is I might just cut that off and drill a couple of bolt holes in the bottom, and then it can mount on that accessory mounting bracket, and job should be good then. You can just reuse that ram mount. But I'll report back to you guys soon. Alrighty guys, so that thing on the ground was this. This is our Eagle seeder controller. So I've got that mounted up in there now. I've sort of put it, I was going to put it right back there, but I decided to shift it forward a bit, because when I swivel my seat around all the way, sort of right in alignment, easy to reach, looks really good. That little bar there really makes it nice and easy. So I've got my power and earth connected back here. I really wasn't too sure where I was going to take power from, but I ended up reading the manual, and it said that this thing up here is a service implement relay module, power relay module. So you got switched power and unswitched power up the top there. So I thought, well, I'll just take it from there, and then I've just run my earth down to here. So anyway, I don't know what I'm going to do with all this wiring. It's going to be an absolute bird's nest, but anyway, I assume maybe I'll coil it up on the top here and just zip tie it up like that. But we should have power and earth now, so we'll go give it a go, make sure it's going to turn on. Oh, we've got life. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh yes, very nice, very nice. No comms, yes I know. We've got nothing connected at the back. But at least you work. Rightio, that's a good thing. Now, the only thing that scares me at the moment is after removing wiring looms like that that are a bit old and disturbing them and twisting them and bending them and zip tying them up, I just hope no wires or anything breaks inside there and that it all actually works when I get the air seeder on there. So we'll tidy it all up anyway, and then yeah, I guess we'll get it connected and give it a test soon. Well, the loom is in, and I'm not sure that I'm all that happy with it, but I don't really know what else I'm supposed to do with it. So as you can see, the loom is just tied up there like a big rat's nest over the top, but what else am I supposed to do with it really? I mean, the power side of it is not really long enough to go down the front to the battery, so I thought I'm gonna have to try and find power at the back. And then down here, that actually connects to the bar, that was like 5 meters long, and it's like it only needs to go from there down to there, so I've got all this extra loom here that I've just had to sort of coil up. But anyway, that's about as neat as I can make it, so it's just gonna have to stay like that. I don't know where else you put it. Anyway, someone will probably roast me for that, but it is what it is. So the next job really was to get the batch mate, the spreader, the seed and fert trailer out of the way, so we can get all the way back here to the bar. That needs a press wheel fit and a press wheel arm repaired, but I don't really feel like shifting things in and out of the shed and dragging the bar out and fitting a press wheel arm out here because it's raining. So I guess I'll find something else to do. So if you guys watched the last video, you would have seen that I accidentally snapped this little guy off here, and I thought at the time, it's probably a $50 sensor, but it'll probably be 300 bucks or something like that, and so that's going to be really upsetting. Well, it ain't $300, I can tell you that. It's closer to $1,000 for this sensor. So I did a bit of ringing around. I got hold of a mob in the US who sells Whitman controls, and they said it's about a $30 sensor according to them. So anyway, long story short, nothing wrong with the sensor. I decided I'm not paying that. I'm just not paying that. That's ridiculous. So what we did, went and saw my old mate Rick Kelly in at Kelly Toyota, and he said, why don't you just drill it out and put a 1/8 NTP fitting in the end. So that's what I did. I've drilled it out, put a 1/8 NTP fitting in there. I have my doubts on how long it'll last, because obviously there's probably some sort of a diaphragm in here, and yeah, I don't really know, you know, getting metal and that in there. I tried to put grease down in there. I've tried to give it a really good clean out, but at the end of the day, there was nothing wrong with this sensor, so we're gonna put it back on and see how it goes. So first things first, I got to extract the broken bit out of there. So let's see if we can get that out. This thing really isn't gonna come out easily, is it? Never does. It never does. I'm just using my soldering iron to apply a bit of gentle heat to it to hopefully loosen it up, but so far not so good. Ah, there we go. Got him. I thought I was going to have to start drilling him out then. There we go. Have a look at that. Lovely. We'll slide this sucker back in here, and then hopefully she's fixed. Hopefully saved myself almost $1,000 there, so not going to hold my breath, but hopefully. And this just kind of goes full circle back to my last video of how extortionate these companies are. I mean, like a $30 to $50 sensor and they want almost $1,000 for it. I just think that's just, I don't know, it's completely ridiculous. But anyway, here's what it is. Well, this is a little unexpected, but most welcome. It's a good shower of rain. I don't think I'll be connecting up the seeder today though, so guess I'll just go back to working on the sprayer. Alrighty guys, good morning. We are fast forwarding a little bit of time into the future because, well, the plan of connecting the air seeder wasn't going ahead the other day because it was a little wet and sloppy. How much rain did we end up with? almost 13 millimeters. Very nice. So I decided to go and just work on the sprayer. You know, I was stuck in the shed, so I got the exhaust manifold and turbo and everything back on there, which was very nice. And I made a little separate, I'm gonna make a little separate video of doing that, just a little time lapse. But anyway, I also managed to get this hydraulic valve off the Nitro as well. Now this here sits up in here and it controls your suspension height. This spool here is, oh, where are we? The boot's sort of split around there and it's, you can't move it. I've only got one hand, but that one there, this one, she's got nothing. So she's a bit jammed up. I found a mob down in Adelaide who reckon, just a little small business who reckon they might be able to repair that for me. So new one's over $3,000, so I'm going to send it to them, see what they can do. That's my first thing this morning. I got to get rid of this, get that off to them, see if they can fix that. Right, let's get rid of this thing.
Impressed that with all that was going on, the danger that...
Package delivered.
He said, where are we going? I said, well, this morning, if you keep behaving like this, we're not going anywhere.
Alright, next job before I get on with the day's proceedings is to invoice somebody who took some barley the other day from us. I like to do the trifecta. I email it off of the accounting software, I email it from my email, and I mail it in. That way there's no excuses, because I had that last year where someone said, oh, I didn't see it, it went to my junk. Well, there's no excuses not to pay on time now. Now all the formalities are out the way, I think it's time to actually get stuck into it. Almost there. The moment of truth is not far away. I hope all this works and doesn't leak. Hopefully that's the only time I have to open that bonnet for the year. Now, I kind of get the feeling that this is not going to be the easiest thing to get out of here. Trying to get past the air seeder and then past that pillar there. But first things first, better get the big old red brick out of here, I suppose. That was actually not too bad. Alright, that press wheel has to go on right there. Anything on your seeder bar, anti-seize is your friend. Or your air seeder for that matter. I could really use an extra set of hands. Come on. Come on. There we go. So that's about all I have to do to this bar, I think. When we finished seeding last year, I pulled it in the shed, gave it an inspection, fixed up that press wheel, ordered some parts. There's a couple of oil leaks, we got them fixed too, and I think it's pretty well ready to go, apart from maybe a bit of a wash down, so let's do it. Well, we will back into the shed and try and get the air seeder on and See if it works. Yeah, it's pretty bloody heavy.
Fairly close.
Yeah, it won't be too far away. Ah, yeah, probably that's too far.
What did you want to ask Daddy about the tractor?
Can I come on seating?
Can I come on
Of
seating?
course you can come and seating.
I'll be the first winner.
Do you think my light's gonna work?
Yep.
Yep.
Let's go have a look. I'll go up and have a look. You watch, you see if this lights up.
You gotta have a look quick.
Oh! Magic!
Woohoo!
No, this is too high for little girls to come up here.
Why?
It's dangerous.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Right, let's give this thing a whirl and see what happens. Well, so far so good there. I'm not getting any warnings, so that's nice. So I have already done a bit of tuning on the SCVs here. Especially the main, like the wing lift and the up and down, just to get them to a point where I'm happy with how they're moving. The fan is going to be the next thing, so I'm going to try and engage the fan in a second. Hopefully it works, but yeah, I'll just have to try and get the speed right. It'll tell me my RPM up here, so I'll just sort of tune it from there, and we'll see how we go. Well, we got action. Can hear that fan going. Well, 6 has definitely got that fan humming over. That's 4,500 RPM. I think we need to back that off a bit. Well, I might run out to the paddock quickly and just do a bit of a drive along and make sure everything's reading. I'm not getting any warnings. And then it's just a few finishing touches on here. It's gone pretty well. It's what it's Wednesday today. We got the tractor last Wednesday, so 7 days turnaround, and you know, I've had a day off to go to a well, because of the rain one day, and I went to a on-farm grain storage seminar too, so one other day, so I'm pretty happy with how it's gone. Not bad. Damn, that is looking fine. Looking very nice. Let's turn on our bins. Oh, well, that's good. Bin 1 is low, it's actually empty. Yeah, bin 2 is also empty, so no surprise about that, but at least it's working, that's good. You can see our rate coming up. Our rates are coming up. Oh no, we got rate. It should correct itself once it gets to where it needs to be. Yep, all good. She's working, baby, you beauty. That's very good news. And I can see the shafts spinning around back there, so that's good news. Wow. What a marathon, guys, what a marathon. Alright, that is all looking good, guys. Everything's working, so very happy with that. Do still have to do a bit of work on the auto steer to get that going, but that shouldn't be too bad. And that's probably about all I got for you guys today. Yeah, thanks very much for joining me on the journey here, trying to get this thing together. It's actually gone fairly well, to be honest, and yeah, seeding's coming around fast. It won't be long and we'll be actually using it. So thanks again, guys. Take it easy, have a good one. We'll see you next time.